So right now, manufacturing is projected there's almost 500,000 job openings. So why are there so many job openings and opportunities to enter the workforce when we hear such strife in the labor market, as well as manufacturing losing jobs year over year? So the big place that a lot of these jobs come from is simply because manufacturing has an aging workforce. 1 in 4 manufacturers or people who work in the field are over 55, and many of these people are retiring and taking a lot of the tribal knowledge, their skills, and experience with them without necessarily a next group of people to replenish that workforce. It's projected that as a result of retirement, there's going to be almost 2.8 million job openings coming from the solely, compared with 760,000 that come from industry growth. And this has been a big stress for many of the manufacturers that we talk to every day. 44% of businesses will say that hiring and talent is their number one priority. Ultimately, we need to help, young adults enter the workforce and enter these productive fields and give them the skills that they need to thrive. And, people are able to do that through apprenticeship programs, but in the United States, it just isn't where it needs to be right now. Right now, it's projected that 0.3% of working age Americans are in apprenticeship programs, and that is dwarfed by other advanced economies, places like Switzerland, where it's 12 times more common. 3.6% of them are in apprenticeship programs. Even in Canada, 5 times more proportional apprenticeships when compared with the Americans. The American apprenticeship programs have made progress. There's almost twice as many apprenticeships active since 2016, but on the other hand, this is still growing, and this has been the key priority for the Department of Labor right now. The American Talent Strategy is aimed at getting more apprenticeships training, getting more opportunities for young adults to work with actual manufacturers, as well as teach them modernized skills, things like AI, things like highly technical jobs. Because ultimately where the demand is and where the skills are being lost are in, the highly technical fields, things like CNC machinery, things like mechanical engineers, things like inspectors, things like repair people for machinery. And these are skills that are very difficult to replicate, things that take experience, things that take training, things that take time. And ultimately, I think one of the places that the United States could improve is taking a look at other countries with very successful apprenticeship programs. Places like Australia. Currently in Australia, the government will keep a track of the most in-demand skills and where the labor shortages are, incentivize for private companies to, increase the apprenticeship programs accordingly. And the government will actually give the apprentices different incentives, things like $2,000 for every 6 months that they complete through graduating their program. And these people are able to directly contribute to Australia's growth, exactly where Australia needs those workers. On the other hand, in Germany, about half of high school students are doing what is called a dual track, where they do 75% of their schooling in the classroom, but 25% of it actually working in the workforce, working for German companies, getting a good understanding of the jobs they might want to do when they get a little bit older. And this has yielded big results for the young people over there, given that 2/3 of apprentices receive jobs directly after they finish graduation, and 90% of young graduates are employed at some sort of company, which I think a lot of the young Americans in the United States would greatly appreciate that opportunity, especially when it comes to a time of difficulty when it comes to entering the labor market. So by learning some of these things, growing our apprenticeship programs, we can both build American manufacturing, keeping it here, as well as help young people find the opportunities that suit them best.